consider one thing. Apply the same standards to Christianity that you do to Islam and vice versa. Don't use double standards. For example, Brother Joseph,
Yes.
do you know what a mushadin is?
Mushadin.
A person who engages in jihad.
Oh, yes. Yes, mujahideen. Yes.
Mushahideen.
Yeah.
There is a description of him, that his mouth is full of sweetness and he is altogether desirable, is the standard translation of this text. There are two terms that are used here that are adjectives. They're functioning as adjectives in the Hebrew language. These are functioning as adjectives, as descriptive words, and they never explain that. This is a name. No, it's not a name.
It's not a name.
The name is the beloved. That's the only name that's found there. This is not a name. This is a description.
Yeah.
And so they're actually trying to make an adjective function as a name and going, well, see, Muhammad, Mahmadim, they're the same thing. No, they're not, because Hamad is the same root, and we will let the video finish, honestly we will.
Yes.
But
Now when reading the word as it is written in its original form, with no vowels, it can be read as Muhammad, which is the name of the Muslim prophet, or as Mamad with no A after the H.
now notice what they're doing. They are confusing the het with the hey. That's not Muhammad, it's Mahmad. That is a hey there, not a het.
Explain the difference to our lay persons. There's two Hebrew letters that the hey would be the ha.
Right.
Yeah.
And the het has a much stronger, and it's a completely different letter, completely different roots,
sound.
different sound, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
But they're playing on the fact that normally in transliteration, it's sort of like, you know, that the proper pronunciation is Sharia.
Yeah.
But that sound is so difficult for English speakers to do.
Yeah.
It almost always comes across as Sharia.
Yeah.
And so it'd be like making a connection where you have an and an sound in Arabic when they're completely different roots. Hamad is the exact same root that is found in the 10th commandment. You shall not hamad, covet. That's the same root.
Same word.
Same word. This is a word that is found throughout the Old Testament. So one of two things has to happen. Either the Muslim who tries to use this argumentation has to say, well, this is the only use of hamad in the Hebrew Old Testament that actually has to do with Muhammad because it has the preformative on it. And now you're doing the same thing that someone would say, well, a mushrikim is different than someone who commits shirk because you have to have the M at the front. What?
Strong's H, 4262. Mahamadeen. Mahamadeen. Strong's H, 4262. Mahamadeen. Mahamadeen. Strong's H, 4262. Mahamadeen. Mahamadeen. Strong's H, 4261. Mahmad. Mahmad.
Consider one thing. Apply the same standards to Christianity that you do to Islam and vice versa. Don't use double standards. But I have spent a fair amount of time going through Ahmed Deedat's presentations and demonstrating the man not only was not one of the world's greatest biblical scholars, he did not know the original languages at all.
Right.